Still going through the fitting process here on the rear fender. Temporarily mounted the splash pan, rear splash pan under the bumper here. I can see that I thought I was getting pretty close, but see there's interference here, misalignment. The two parts just don't line up, so I'm gonna have to tweak this fender to come out a little bit here and then tuck back in to get alignment with that splash pan. You can see on the old side over here, it's tucked up, it lines up pretty fair, so have to tweak that a little bit. I've got the fender well, I think, coming out pretty close, a little bit of trimming yet to do and preparation before I start tack welding it on, but getting closer. I pulled the new rear fender section off again to just kind of size up my options on how to reshape that back end or what to do with it. And you can see here where I've cut and formed some new sections and welded them in to replace the rusted out pieces. I had to tack these inner fender sections together with a wheel well and welded on a couple new returns here to spot weld the fender back to, and made a new section down here, welded it in place. And I'll have to prime all that before I weld a new quarter panel on. The fender's fitting pretty well now. I've got all of these holes drilled through here and matching in the old part of the fender for my blind fasteners, blind clamps. And I just brought them over here and smoothed them all off on the inside so they'll mate up tight. I've drilled all these holes around the perimeter where I'll spot weld it to the inner fender and the fender well. All of these I'll come in underneath and spot weld those and then grind them off flush. So I'm just about ready to clamp it up there and start tack welding it in place. The new panel is now clamped in place. Looks like everything is lining up pretty well. This here is still, this is flexible, so it I think it's going to come in place all right when it's all done. Looks like I'm about ready to start tack welding it in place. I've got all the clamps out now because I've come along and tack welded the top edge all the way along. I've got the return into the door edge tacked. The mating surface with the all welded up under the running board there, tacked along the bottom edge. A couple of spot welds and the wheel well tacked. Now it's just a matter of coming back and tacking in between and filling that all the voids in between the tack welds. Slow process, but take your time. I finished welding the quarter panel in place now. Got it welded all the way along the top, and I buffed down, polished down a little way so I can come over and blend a thin film of finishing putty over the seam and kind of blend it in. Got the spot welds all done. The back side, underneath, I still need to polish those back. And around the door, those are all welded in place underneath. So it's pretty much in place now, just finish it up and get it flat sanded out at the seam, and should be about it for this side.